guys, and welcome to another video. It's state of the collection time again, and now I'm up to 49 watches, which are way too many, and many of you would call it watch hoarding, not collecting. So do what you say, what you want to say, think what you want to think. This is simply what I collected, what I've bought, and I've bought what I've liked, and I'd like to share my impressions, my ideas, and my experiences with the watches with you as short as possible. So first of all, I want to come to what I call my core collection, which basically consists of these 5 watches. Actually, I would also take the Marine Master into the counting. We have the wonderful Sinn U1 automatic. It's water resistant up to 1,000 meters. It has the submarine steel German U-boat Stahl, and it's a classic tool-tastic Sinn watch. I have the one with the black bezel or schwarzer Drehring, as it is called in German. Then we have the best Breitling for me, the Avenger GMT, and I think it's 43 millimeters. It's the discontinued model with the stencil font. It's classic Breitling with those rider tabs, this diagonal shaped bracelet, highly polished, but also with the brushed elements on the bezel. A GMT 300 meters, ETA, very, very slim in the side profile. It's as good as Breitling gets. In my opinion, this is typical Breitling. Flashy, but not too flashy, tool-tastic, and interesting. And it can be easily paired with leather or silicone textile bands whatsoever. It's a strap monster. What else do we get? My first real luxury watch, let's call it this way, the discontinued Speedmaster, the one before they went with this Meta certified and stuff whatsoever, with the old bracelet and with the big box it came with. It's the Hasselite version, of course. It's a classic moon watch, and I simply think it's a cornerstone of my collection. It's very versatile and a pure classic, will never go out of fashion. Then to the other Omega in my collection, the Seamaster 300M, the James Bond model, not the quartz but the automatic. So the second Bond watch, maybe we can call it that way, Omega Bond watch, a nice watch. I got it serviced. I let it in the condition, the bezel as it was, also the faded tip of the second hand, and also a little bit of aged loom. I love it like it is, and it's a fantastic watch, and it had really grown on me. First, I disliked the bracelet. It was so 90s warehouse, or let's say supermarket style. It's the best way to describe it, but it's very comfortable. I like this watch. Then a Rolex, probably because I also got the itch and I wanted a Rolex, and let's be honest, it's basically 50% because of the brand. It's one of the one of the best known brands in the world. You have Mercedes-Benz, Coca-Cola, and Rolex. Those are almost the leaders. Everyone knows it. And I also like the connection to Germany. The founder, Hans Wilsdorf, came from Germany, from Kulmbach and Franconia in Germany, whereas my father is from. So I like the Air King was accessible in those days. Nobody liked it. Not many people like it today. The new model today, I think it's really a miss, because this was in the catalog of Rolex, a Flieger style watch, a watch that should have been worn by pilot whatsoever, and they don't need crown guards. The new one has crown guards. I think this is really cool. It's 40 millimeters, 20 millimeters, nice tapering bracelet, high quality. Interesting, more interesting than an Explorer. It has the Milgauss case, and it has really grown on me. It's not beautiful, I agree, but I like it. Then, maybe also a cornerstone of the collection is the Marine Master 300. It's not called Marine Master on the dial, but you know what it is. It's the SLA, I think the 021. It's very, very nice blue, a special blue, one of the best blues in my opinion, and yeah, a very, very nice watch. It's my like to also address the Grand Seiko itch, and the movement is made in the Grand Seiko factory as far as I know. At least it's the polishing is done there as far as I know. Please correct me if I'm wrong. And it's a beautiful diver. I have it on this strap coat aftermarket bracelet. Then what else in Seiko we have? Yeah, the other divers, the baby turtle, the blue one. It was the first Seiko I've got, I think. It's a rebuy. I made silly rebuys in the past, but I love the small case. It has a really, really nice lume, really large, intense tombstone-like markers, and I think it's a somehow overlooked model in the catalog, and a nice blue. Another blue watch, maybe a bit redundant, the big boy turtle, the white shark turtle. I especially like this model. I would call it a transition model. It's not the first version of the turtle, the reintroduced turtle, but it's between the first one and the actual current collection, which is also represented in my collection, the ceramic bezel versions. This one has this special pattern, radial pattern on the bezel, really nice, and then those engraved numbers. And yeah, the grenade dial is, for me, marks the new generation of the turtle, and I simply like the grenade green military style color of it. Then more green in the Seiko section. Here we have the Seikko Sumo. I had 3 Sumos in the past. I sold bought and rebought the blue one, and this is it's still in the collection, but today they have ceramic bezels. This one has aluminum. It's a very, very nice green in the sunlight. It really glows, and I should wear it more often. It's an exceptional case. Reminds me somehow a little bit of the Speedmaster from the side profile, but it's its own. It has this cupcake design. Beautiful, beautiful watch. Another exceptional and classic Seiko design, very unique. The Monster, this one is more or less of the current collection. I think it's probably sold out already. The penguin foot dial, it's I think it's less childish, like the one with the actual penguins profile. This has this footprints, a little bit more subdued, but still playful. And I've got this from Japan because I wanted the kanji dial. Then we have a classic. I had 3 or 4 of the SKX in the past. Sold the Japanese 0071, was just stupid of me, but this is how I am. And at least I could save me this one, the 009 Thailand made, or whatever, wherever it is made, not Japan version. Bought it for like $240 on Amazon a couple of years ago, before it got discontinued. And I really like this redly, jingly, Jubilee style bracelet. Love this watch. I probably will never sell it. Then we have another nice watch at the Seiko 5 series, the Sport series, the successor of the SKX. This is of the Street Fighter series, the Ryu. I think this is the best one. It's still very, very playful, but I think it's quite versatile. It has this nice PVD coloring on the bezel, which is you won't see on the press pictures because you have to look from the profile side. I've got this on this Miltut or strap coat oyster style bracelet. Very, very nice and very unique. Then I got the itch for the Seiko 5 GMT, the orange dial. Yeah, sometimes I'm loving it. Sometimes I think about selling it. It's the first watch. I also got, if you can see it here, a scratch on the mineral or Hardlex crystal. So it can happen, and it happened to me at least once with this one. Still a nice entry-level watch. Then we have a Seiko Solar watch, the speed timer, the Golden Panda. I think this is the best one out of the bunch because the slight beige colored hands match pretty well with this gold background, with the gold dial, unlike the white dial, which clashes with the color of the hands in my opinion. And yeah, overall a nice solid bracelet. Really like this watch. Then we have also to, let's say, address a little bit of the Grand Seiko itch. Presage series, a special one. I had this one as a three-hander with this blue enamel, Shippo enamel series, which is hand painted and then fired by a special artisan in Japan. And I have it on a Woolbrook bracelet. It comes with a nice crocodile or alligator leather strap, and it has a very nice here radial date, power reserve indicator, Roman numerals, and it's a real special watch, good looking, signed crown, and I got it for a bargain, so I think it's going to be a keeper. Then we have the SNX3073, I think. Don't pay too much for this watch. It is called the small, the poor man's Datejust. It's a nice watch. It comes in a pretty cheap bracelet that pinches your hair. I've paired it with this leather one, 19 millimeters, and it's a nice watch. Great lume, very interesting sunray dial. It's a classic, but don't pay too much for this. And then also from the in this watch case, I have an Orient, my only Orient. I think it's the Mako or Mako Ray. I don't remember anymore. Very nice. I had this when I had also the Tudor Black Bay Red, and to be honest, I like this a little bit more because of the polished inside here, and yeah, somehow it was more my style, less let's say less vintage looking, more modern looking, and for the price you can get these for around 150 160 euros. One of the best automatic divers you can get for that money. Let's get to the next box, which has some oddballs also in it. Here we have the HMT Hindustan Machine Tools HMT Geneta. I saw this on the internet on another watch reviewers channel, and I fell in love with it. Bought my wife two silver dial ones, and it's probably a Frankenstein watch, but I love it. When I go to an Indian restaurant, I wear it. It's silly, I know, but I like it. This is one of the newest editions, the Seiko World Time, also called as the Casio Royale. You can look it up on the internet if you want to know about the history of it. I simply like the way it looks. The bracelet looks really nice, has this shine to it. It's not metal. It's this one is made out of here resin style, and this is probably brass, I'm not sure, but the look is quite funky, and this is why I bought it. Got it really cheap. Then another classic, thanks to Urban Gentry, the watch worn on Mission Impossible 1 by Tom Cruise. Simply had to have it and wear it a couple of times. Very accessible buttons, pushers on this one. Then a hype watch of 2 years or 3 years ago, the Casio turquoise dial. It was sold out, and I've bought it in Amsterdam. It's a nice reminder of this trip. But I've worn it probably only once, but it was quite cheap, and I like the look of it. This is how you come to watches. So another nice watch, the Bill Gates watch, the Seiko Marlin. This is actually the one with the Marlin on the dial, and I really wear this regularly. A nice diver. The lume is the weak point, but the rest of it is just awesome, especially considering the price point. Then we have hype watches. We have the Blancpain 50 Fathoms watch collaboration, the Scuba, and I've got this Ocean of Storms. I've bought it in Berlin. It's a reminder of a trip there, and I think this is the best looking one. I have it on an here on an Amazon aftermarket bracelet, which is really, really nice, integrates well, and I have for winter time I have a bracelet from this Australian brand. Artem straps. Yeah, it was way too expensive for what it is, the Artem strap, but very, very comfortable, great strap. But in summer, this silicone or rubber one is the one to go for me, in my opinion. Here we have the Omega Speedmaster, the Moon Swatch, and this is the Mission to Mars, and I wanted it because I simply love those Gemini style rocket hands, and I missed the Apollo project limited edition Speedmaster. Then I have a gift of a colleague, this very nice Russian watch. Actually, right now, to be honest, I can't remember which model it is exactly. I have it on this 18mm strap, and very nice blue. I think it's a Comandierski, but maybe I should look it up at a later point. Somehow forget it. Sorry for that. But I wear it from time to time. Then we have the Woolbrook Skin Diver, which has a Miyota movement. Probably somehow Woolbrook is a Chinese company today, but it has some references in the past. It has this bicoloring, and I wanted to sell it, but somehow I like the way it looks. The green is very nice. I paired it with an aftermarket strap. I think it's a recommendation. It's a very nice looking watch. Then we have the Laco Augsburg, which is my Flieger watch, and it's probably the best or the cheapest way to get an original Flieger, because Laco was one of the companies who made the Flieger watches for the German armed forces back in the 1930s and 40s, and so it has some history behind it. It's a German brand with very reliable Miyota, so citizen movements, and it's very clean, good looking, and have this on this aftermarket strap from Amazon. Perfect for the summer. The leather it came with is just awesome. Then we have the Glycine Combat Sub. This is a somehow overlooked model. The loom is the only weak point. Apart from that, the bracelet is solid. It's pin system. This is a little bit of a downside, but it's solid, rock solid, great bezel action, very nice in profile, and a Swiss movement. It has a Salida, I think it's the SW200, so 28,800 beats per minute, very per hour, very smooth second hands action, and the color combination, the gray, is just awesome. Then we come to the Citizen Collection. This is a EcoDrive Flieger. I paired it with an orange strap, and yeah, it's cool. It's a really nice summer watch, and it has a nice design to it. This cushion case paired with a chronograph with a very unconventional positioning of the subdials. So yeah, I like this watch. Then we have a Citizen Promaster, which should be in every dive watch collection. I have this white or creamy dial, and yeah, this is history used by the Italian armed forces. Urban Gentry is just perfect about telling the history on it. I have also several I think I had one before, and I like this crown on the 8 o'clock position, which is something different, and yeah, really nice fun watch for the beach. And then we have one of the newer Citizen models, the titanium one with this very nice textured dial and this unusual dial configuration. I think this is the one I like the most out of the bunch. Easy to wear, slim, and great entrance if you're looking for an integrated bracelet mechanical piece. Then we have a higher class Series 8 GMT version. I'm not sure. I'm thinking about selling it. I like this GMT looks, but it's quite top heavy, and I'm not sure about it yet. So let's get to the Casio sub-collection, the GShock sub-collection. I have this Casio Oak, which I've paired with the Chinese aftermarket Royal Oak style rubber bracelet. I should have worn it more because this gray combo looks great. Then I have a piece I'm really happy to have. It's the, let's call it Silver Cornflake. It's called by a watch YouTuber the Silver Cornflake. It's the limited edition, I think the 40th anniversary watch with those recrystallized metal bracelet. Great to wear and great to look at. Of course, you have all the good stuff, Bluetooth, solar, and radio control and everything, which also you have with this one. This is the base radio controlled solar GShock, but very classic and reminiscent of the one introduced square ones in the 80s. Then we have another square GShock, a great collaboration, I think, between Nintendo and Casio, two major Japanese brands. It's really funny, and the only thing I wish for, if they have this, the sound would relate to the Nintendo sounds or the Mario sounds. It doesn't, but this would have been great. Then the Casio Honeybee limited edition, I simply liked it. I like the yellow, the shade of yellow, so this is why I've bought it, and I've got in my family a baby G version of this one. This is a 6900, also a military used G-Shock, and I wanted this round style, and I really love this one. So let's get to the very questionable for many of you part of the collection, the Chinese watches. Here we have the Red Star Panda. I made a video on it recently. I've compared it to the Strela, which is a Soviet classic, of course, but also with a seagull, more or less, movement in it. This will have it in the Chinese box, and great chronographs for little money with history behind them. I can highly recommend them. Then we have the Spinnaker, which is more or less let's say a Panerai style watch. I like the dial, which is also like a little bit like the moon surface or granite, and also this California dial spoke to me. Then we have one of the best watches money can buy. Of course, it's a Seiko Willard knockoff. It's the Steel Dive version of it, and it's awesome. Ceramic bezel, sapphire crystal, great lume, different colored lume on the bezel as on the dial, and this is probably, if you only want to spend under like 60-70 bucks for a great automatic watch with a Seiko reliable NH, I think the 34 movement in it, is it as good as it gets. Another great one, the St. Martin, which was there before the Tudor Pro in white came out. A great 39 millimeter case, nice finishing, nice clasp. Yeah, what can I say more to it? It has this Seiko NH 36 or 37, the GMT version of the standard Seiko movement, reliable, easy to service or to swap out. Then I have a, let's say, Yachtmaster knockoff by Pagani Design. Simply wanted to look and wanted to try out some rose gold color. And then we have the Paul Newman knockoff, the Pagani Design chronograph. Yeah, simply like the design of the subdials, which is typical, made in the 60s, 70s by a certain watch dial maker. Can't remember the name of it, but also Nevada Grange had it on their watches. Then also a copy of Hamilton. I don't know which brand this one is, but it's also like 40 bucks. Sapphire crystal and VH31 Seiko quartz movement with high beat, so you have this rather smooth second hand. And another, I think it's also Edis Dive, which is like a Furlan Mari, so it's taking inspiration in the 20s and 30s, and very nice. I think it's I'm not sure if it's sapphire, but it's so nicely done, and I've paired with the nice racing strap. I like this one very much. And we have a Baltony, also a knockoff of the Vacheron Constantin 1921. Beautiful, unusual driver style watch, and wouldn't afford the Vacheron, so this somehow got the itch addressed. So what do you think? Many of you consider it watch hoarding. It's something, in my opinion, buy what you like. This is what I've liked best. And at the end, I want to tell you, thank you very much for watching. For 5,000 subscribers, I'm very thankful for it. And I'm thankful for the community. I simply want to share joy and passion with watches. And I hope you're all well, and see you in the next one.